Yo, what's going on, everybody? Sorry about the lawnmower in the background. That's going to be going on for the whole video. I'm going to try to talk as loud as I can over it. But welcome back to another video, and on this channel we have been watching Breaking Bad a lot recently, and that doesn't change here. We watched episode 4 yesterday, and I'm here to talk about it. As you see in the image there, this is a spoil. These are spoilers. I'm literally telling you guys what the episode's about and then giving you guys a well-rounded review of it. Very savage ending, and we will get to the picture right here. But Hank Schrader and his Drug Enforcement Administration DEA team have a meeting over the disappearances of Emilio Kayama and Crazy 8, the latter of whom is revealed to have been their informant. Hank also reports on the discovery of 99.1% pure methamphetamine. Although the DEA had no leads, Hank believes the product is good enough to make someone Albuquerque's new meth kingpin. Meanwhile, Walt tells Hank, Marie Schrader, and Walt Jr. about his cancer. Skylar White has already been told. It's a very emotional part of the episode. You know, all of them are like, we're here to help. Why would you wait so long? It's been a month since you've gotten the cancer. Why would you wait? Jesse Pinkman smokes Walt's meth with two friends and flees his house the next morning when he hallucinates that two Mormon missionaries at his door are armed bikers. The effects of meth and also the effects of a drug dealer, kind of giving you insight on what drug dealers feel like when they see people walking down the road. They get a lot of suspicion. I'm surprised he didn't see a bunch of cops on DUI bikes, to be honest. So that's kind of what they looked like, to be honest. Skylar makes an appointment with one of the top oncologists in the country, even though the family cannot afford him. I don't understand why she'd spend money on that. They are struggling financially. She knows it. Walt says he will take the money out from his pension, but in fact uses some of the money taken from Crazy 8 in the desert, which he keeps hidden in a air conditioning duct at his house. Not the best idea. Some of the money gets scooped up. Walt Jr. berates his father for his attitude towards his cancer. When Walt goes to his credit union to put the cash in a cashier's check, his parking spot is stolen by an obnoxious man named Ken, which I'm pretty sure later on in the series plays a really big role in Walt's drug deals. Ken annoys Walt and the rest of the customers with his loud and socially inappropriate cell phone conversation. You gotta hate those type of people. It's pretty relatable. You know, they come in a store, they're like, yeah, I can get that for you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Very loud, social, a little too extroverted. I don't know what the fuck my computer is doing. Please leave me alone. Jesse ends up fleeing to his affluent parents' house where he sleeps for an entire day. He attempts to bond with his overachieving little brother Jake, which isn't a bad thing compared to their drug lord son. That night, Jesse gets a call from one of the friends who smoked Walt's meth, who says that he knows a lot of wealthy people looking to score drugs and are willing to pay top dollar for the high quality meth he cooked. The next day, Jesse visits Walt to discuss their dealings, but Walt kicks Jesse out. Walt was not having it. I probably wouldn't either. You know, one bad thing happened and they're on the run for murder. And obviously no one knows that Walt did it. But yeah. Jesse gives Walt half of the meth profit, which was $4,000. Some of the money landed in the water too, which kind of sucked. But $4,000, that's crazy. Probably should give Walt 3/4 of the damn profit. He made the shit. The oncologist tells Walt that the cancer has spread to his lymph nodes, but there's a chance it is still treatable with chemotherapy. So now it's getting really, really bad. The cancer is worsening for Walt, and he still has this whole drug thing going on. At the Pinkman residence, a housekeeper finds a joint in Jesse's room, resulting in his parents kicking him out. One of the biggest snitches in the whole fucking show. Come on, maid, you understand these kids. Just let them have it. I mean, come on. The joint belonged to Jake, who thanks Jesse for taking the blame for it. I didn't even know that. I watched the episode. I had no idea that was Jake's. Jesse took the blame. Of course, the parents kind of knew he had something up his sleeve besides that moment. While Jesse is waiting for a taxi outside, Jake asks for his joint back, which Jesse throws away, saying it was of poor quality. Not because it's bad for a little kid, because it's poor quality. At home, Walt expresses his doubts about the chemotherapy since it'll cost him $90,000, and if he still dies, he will leave his family with all the debt. That is true. Walt Jr. angrily says that Walt should just die if he's going to give up so easily, which is really sad. That's why I said sadly. Walt suffers a coughing attack while driving and coughs up blood. As he pulls into a gas station, he notices Ken pull up. This is the savage ending. When Ken leaves his car unattended, Walt takes a squeegee and shorts the car battery with it. The battery subsequently overheats and explodes as Walt walks back to his car. This man is so smart. Walt's expertise and his knowledge is going to help him so much in this show, and he's already causing problems with this Ken dude. He hates his guts. He's probably the talk of the town, even though a lot of people in the town don't really like the guy. He's going to play a big role into the series. I already know it, so we will have to see. He's already forming a new rivalry. he ended the rivalry with Emilio and Crazy 8, of course, by killing them. But he has this new rivalry kind of developing with Ken, and I'm about to watch episode 5. I'm very interested. This episode is called Cancer Man because it's kind of talking about his struggles with the cancer more than the drug trade. He's kind of out of that business. I don't really have much else to say. I think it's a really good episode. It's very emotional. There's a lot of character development, a lot of things learned about other people, yada, yada, yada. Skylar gets very emotional. It's very sad. They're kind of on vacation, and Walt breaks the news to everyone else. Obviously, Skylar knew before, but he breaks the news to everyone else that he has cancer. Hank's there to help, even though it's kind of ironic because Walt was the one that killed Emilio and Crazy 8. So he's on the cop's side. He has Hank as his friend. It's the perfect setup for the drug trade, and I don't know if he's going to get back into it just yet. The show is kind of centered around this, and 4 episodes in, and we already have Walt kind of giving up on the whole thing. I'm sure he butts in and out and kind of helps Jesse serve his friends. Jesse's kind of the salesman. Walt kind of makes the stuff. We will have to see how this culminates. It's going to be a really, really good episode for the next one. It's a pretty ordinary episode. A lot of subversive plot. A lot of character development again. There's a lot to kind of take out of this. It doesn't have the wow factor. It doesn't have any shock value. It's just moving the pieces into place. It's kind of developing. It's more for story development, this episode is, and that's probably why, 43rd out of the total, 62 total. So it's one of the worst episodes in terms of action, but it is really interesting. I really like when a series takes the time to kind of look back, develop their characters a little more, let the audience know, give them some context on why certain things are happening, give them some extra. I don't think it's filler. I don't think it should necessarily be called filler. It's just something that's necessary in a TV series. But yeah, I'm out. I have the movie Creep from Netflix, an amazing movie. I'm going to review that next. And then we are going to be reviewing the first episode of the Halo series. I don't know how long